Welcome to the Marketing Coach Podcast. I'm your host, Angie Gensler, and I teach you how to get more traffic, leads, and sales without the hustle or headache. Let's get started. Hey guys, today we're talking about how to get organic reach on social media in 2024. Now, this episode came about after a conversation that my husband Trevor had with a friend who runs a service-based business. And this friend was complaining that he isn't getting any organic reach on Facebook anymore. He was very frustrated. And he said where his posts used to get 50 to 40 likes, he's now lucky to get 10 likes on a post. And when Trevor relayed this conversation to me, it really struck a chord. And I thought there are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people in my audience who are struggling with the same issue. So if that sounds all too familiar to you, don't worry, I've got your back, and I'm going to share some strategies with you today to help keep your organic reach up on social media. But first, I want to address the elephant in the room. And that is that I have been on quite a hiatus from this podcast. I haven't published an episode in over a year, and I want to apologize for that break. As I'm sure most of you can relate, life post-2020 has been a very unpredictable whirlwind. And luckily, this last October, some things drastically changed, and I am finally able to get back to connecting with you guys and teaching you actionable and simple marketing strategies through this podcast. So let's jump into today's topic, which is really crucial for every business in 2024, and that's how to get organic reach on social media. As we navigate this ever-evolving landscape of digital marketing, it's essential to stay ahead of the curve and leverage strategies that are going to make your content stand out. So grab your favorite note-taking tool and let's get started. This first strategy is timeless. It will never change. No algorithm is going to mess with it, okay? It is tried and true, and that is to create engaging and shareable content. The algorithm on every platform, it doesn't matter which platform we're talking about, the algorithm loves engagement. So I want you to focus on creating content that sparks conversations. So whether that's through thought-provoking questions, interactive polls, maybe really captivating visuals, focus on that type of content. And the more engagement that content receives, the more likely that your content is going to be shown to more people. Now, one strategy that is working really well right now to spark engagement is to give your audience a specific keyword to use in the comments. So I'm using this strategy on my Facebook and my Instagram Reels right now, and it is working really well. I just create a short post or a video providing an idea of what to post on social media. And then I tell my audience to comment cheat sheet in the comments, and then I will send them a free copy of my cheat sheet with 100 post ideas. So if you want to see how these videos work and how that keyword strategy works, just head over to my Facebook or my Instagram page and you can see these posts in action and how I do it. I'll put a link to my Facebook and Instagram pages in the show notes so you can go check these videos out. In addition to this keyword strategy, asking questions or creating polls or surveys is another great way to encourage people to engage with your content. Now, for shareable content, you want to share really eye-catching images, or you want to share content that's either entertaining, funny, or shocking. And infographics and quotes also make for really great shareable content. The more likes, comments, and shares that you can get on your content, the better it's going to perform over time. Now that brings me to the next strategy that I want to share with you, and that is to be consistent. I cannot stress this enough, so let me say it again. You need to be consistent with your social media activity. You can't make a few posts, you'll get crap results, and then decide that social media doesn't work for you. You also can't make a post just every so often when you think about it and expect that a year from now you'll have a thriving social media presence. You have to show up consistently. And I say consistently because you get to set the pace. It's not you have to show up daily or you have to show up 5 times a day. It's just be consistent at the pace that you decide works for you. So ideally, you are sharing some type of content every single day. But it doesn't have to be daily if that is too much. Start with just once a week, one piece of content a week. And then once you get more comfortable with that, you can start and increase that to twice a week until you can eventually share content every single day. Now, to help you with this, because I know that creating content and posting it every day it feels like an impossible task when you're a small business owner. So I highly recommend you use tools to help you with this. At the very least, you'll want to get a social media scheduling tool so that you can batch create your content and have it scheduled to go out on the specific days that you choose. I personally like to batch create my content 1 week at a time, but I know lots of people who do it for a month at a time, and I even had one customer do it for an entire year using a tool that I created, which was really cool. Now, if you're not currently using a social media scheduling tool and you're not sure where to start, I actually have a blog post where I share the top 3 social media scheduling tools that I recommend for small business owners. So I will put a link to that blog post in the show notes so you can go check that out. Now, there's one other tool that I highly recommend to help you be consistent with your content, and that is the Social Media Content Club. This is a tool that Trevor and I have created, and it provides you with 4 types of content to choose from each day. And I actually use this myself to share one piece of content a day. I'll jump into the app for the content club, and then each day I just decide which piece of content I want to use. I'll edit it a bit to fit my needs, and then I load it into my social media scheduler. It makes the entire process so much easier. It's honestly the only way that I can stay consistent with posting content, because inside the app, there's images that are done for me. There's all the captions that are done for me. There's video ideas, there's post ideas, there's AI tools to help me write scripts and come up with hashtags. It is honestly incredible, and it makes the whole process of creating content for social media a breeze. Now, if you are not already a member of the Social Media Content Club, I will put a link to it in the show notes so that you can go try it out. I've got a 7-day free trial, so you can check it out and see if it'll work for you. Now, the next strategy to help increase your organic reach on social media is to narrow your focus. If you are trying to post on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, all of those, that is too much. Even if you're posting the same piece of content to all those channels, it is still too much because each platform is different. A description that works on one might be too long for the other, so you have to change it. Hashtags that are popular on one might be worthless on the other. Now, there is some overlap with these channels, but there are enough differences that it becomes almost impossible to manage if you have too many channels. And I know this because I have tried it. It was an absolute nightmare. Now I only post content to Instagram and Facebook. I still have some activity on Pinterest and YouTube, but it's not consistent daily posts. So I want you to figure out the 1 or 2 platforms where your ideal audience is hanging out and just focus on those. And if you're struggling to decide which platform is best for your business, I have a blog post where I walk you through how to choose the right platform for you. So I will link to that in the show notes for you. Okay, the next strategy is to leverage hashtags. Hashtags are a great strategic tool for expanding your reach. So take some time to research and then use relevant hashtags within your niche and your industry. Which, side note, this is another reason to narrow the number of platforms that you're focused on. You do not want to be doing hashtag research for 4 or 5 platforms. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I have a few tips to help you with your hashtag research. First, go out and find your competitors or big influencers within your niche and see what hashtags they're using. Then use those lists of hashtags to go down the rabbit hole. Type in one of the hashtags and find other content also using that hashtag. Click on those posts and see what other hashtags that people are using along with that. So you can go down this rabbit hole and just start accumulating this big list of hashtags that you can use and try and experiment with. Now, this can take you down an hours-long time suck. So if you want to save some time, I actually created an AI hashtag generator that we have included for free inside the Social Media Content Club. So if you're a member of the club, all you have to do is click on hashtags inside the content dashboard and you can access the generator. If you're not a member, just sign up for a free 7-day trial. You can use the link in the show notes page and you can give it a try. You can go try out the generator. This tool is really awesome because you type in a keyword and the hashtag generator will spit out a whole list of popular and relevant hashtags related to that keyword. It's really great. Okay, let's move on to the next strategy. And I'm going to be honest, this might be the most important strategy to use in 2024 to get more organic reach with your content. And that is to create video content. Now, if you just cringed, please stay with me. I know so many of you are adverse to being on video, but trust me, it can be much easier and less cringy than you think. But before I give you tips on how to make video content creation easy, I want to talk about the power of video. All platforms right now, it doesn't matter which social media platform we're talking about, they are all currently prioritizing video content. So videos are experiencing fantastic organic reach. Now, traditional posts are still important, but video content is where you're going to see the growth and the reach in 2024. Now, I know that the thought of creating video content can seem really overwhelming and very scary, but I have a very simple and quick experiment that I want you to try, and I promise it's going to be easier than you think. Okay, so you're going to start by taking a 5-second video of anything. It could be your dog running around in your backyard. It could be you taking a drink of coffee, or maybe it's a video of your employees packaging orders. It honestly doesn't matter what it is. You want to keep it very simple. It's nothing fancy. It's a 5-second video. And then I want you to place a text overlay on top of that video stating something informational or maybe something shocking. Then you're going to add a piece of trending audio. And then you're going to create a detailed caption with some popular hashtags. And I want you to post that and see how it performs. And I am 99% positive that that no frills, super basic video is going to outperform some of your recent posts. And I say this because I actually ran this experiment recently on Instagram. I had a 5-second video of me taking a bite of food. It's nothing exciting. And in the video, I'm actually telling Trevor like, oh my God, I feel so dumb. This is ridiculous. But we removed the sound and I added a trending audio over the top of that. Then I added the text overlay that said, biz owners, imagine if social media only took 2 minutes a day. And then I explained in the caption how, and I asked people to comment to get more details. Now that video got over 450 views at a time when my posts were lucky to get seen by 50 people. So that is the power of using video, and you can make them super simple. Now, if you need help with more ideas for videos, because I know that can seem extremely overwhelming and people they don't want to be super in your face, doing videos of them constantly. And I get that. So I recently published a blog post with 75 ideas for videos that you can create all without showing your face. So you don't have to show your face at all in these 75 video ideas. So I will share a link to that in the show notes. That is going to be a lifesaver when you are getting started with videos. And at the risk of sounding like a broken record, the Social Media Content Club actually provides you a solution for videos. So I also provide a video idea every single day of the year. And within the Content Club, there's an AI video script generator. So you plug in the idea that I provide, you share a few more details about your business, click generate, and within seconds, you will have a detailed script for your video. It makes video creation so quick and easy. So again, there is a link for you to try that for 7 days for free. You just head to the show notes page and you can start your free trial. Okay, let's move on to the next strategy, and that is to engage authentically with your audience. Now, did you know that some social media algorithms want to see you commenting and engaging on other people's posts? It's not just about engaging with the posts that you make. So the more you engage on the platform, the more that the algorithm will prioritize your content to be shown out to other people. So you want to be active on the platform and you want to connect with other people, which again is another reason why you should narrow your focus to 1 or 2 platforms. To try and do this on a bunch of platforms is impossible as a small business owner, because you want to be building a genuine connection with people. That's what's going to really help you with that organic growth. So respond promptly to comments, ask people for their opinions, and take part in conversations that are happening within your industry. The more authentic and personable your interactions, the more you're going to grow your reach. And finally, I want you to remember that social media is ever evolving. You're going to want to stay informed about the latest trends and algorithm changes, and remember that what works for one person may or may not work for you. So this does not mean that you have to be digging into the fine details of every single platform. You can just kind of have a general idea of what's happening and what's changing, which I will provide you with that within my weekly emails and within this podcast. So if you just stay connected with me, I will keep you updated about the latest trends and algorithm changes. And I also want to advise you that when it comes to social media marketing, I want you to view yourself as a scientist. Scientists, they run tests, they do experiments, they fail many times, but they keep trying again. They keep testing, keep experimenting, keep failing. It's a constant cyclical process. So don't be afraid to try new things, run experiments, and adapt your strategy based on what's working and what's not. Now, within these tests, let me remind you, you still have to be consistent. So keep sharing content, keep showing up, keep engaging on the platform, but run your experiments in the sense of the type of content you share, what time you share it. Do you do videos? Do you do photos? Do you do short captions or long captions? What kind of hashtags do you use? Those are the types of tests that I want you to run. So there you have it. Those are the strategies to help you increase your organic reach on social media in 2024. By creating engaging content, posting consistently, leveraging video, hashtags, and tools like the Social Media Content Club, you can make 2024 the year your brand truly shines on social media. I hope you found this episode helpful and you discovered a few strategies that you're going to try out this week. And before we part ways, remember that perseverance, not perfection, is the key to success. If you keep taking action, your success is inevitable. I'm cheering you on. If you liked this episode and learned something new, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. And if you haven't given the Social Media Content Club a try yet, head over to angiegensler.com/content club to start your 7-day trial of done for you copy and paste content directly from your phone. You're going to love it. Well, that's it for today. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode.